Yeah, I think that's important. We have a America First Unity rally. Alex Jones is going to speak. I'm going to speak. Diamond and Silk, number of other patriots. That's on the 18th of July at the Settlers Landing Park. We have finally gotten our permit from the city of Cleveland after a long legal struggle. And we posted this everywhere. If you're a Trump supporter, if you're a patriot, if you're a Liberty Republican or a Liberty Independent, or even if you're not registered but you love the Donald, we need you there because the numbers count. I know Alex Jones is going to give a barn burner of a speech. I'm working on mine. So come on down. This is going to be an old-fashioned, grassroots, nonviolent rally. And it's about the numbers. Let's show our strength in numbers. So I'm very excited about it. I know you'll be there. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to make it up there by hook or crook. We're pretty excited. This is going to be a long, hot summer that's going to be full of lots of ideological clashes, and it's really important that we get our ideas out there into the public discourse. And I know that you, along with the ACLU and some lawyers, have been fighting really hard to ensure that our First Amendment rights and Fourth Amendment rights are not infringed there in Cleveland. There was some talk of trying to cram everybody into a park or to mix us up with a lot of the Black Lives Matter groups, which would have just been incendiary. So Roger's been working behind the scenes really hard at making sure that we have our freedom of speech, but also safety, because it's going to be intense out there. We don't know exactly what to anticipate, but I know that Roger's been doing a lot of work. So thank you very much, Roger. We're really looking forward to it, and we're going to be out there. So I have this AMA posted right now, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It might be in limbo because I'm trying to refresh it, and I'm not seeing any questions here. So, Roger, why don't you tell us?
Let me just say this. First of all, my hat is off to Citizens for Trump, the enormous nationwide grassroots organization. Tim Salati Sr., Kathleen Flaherty, many of those fine folks who really were in the battle with the city of Cleveland. Now, the city of Cleveland is run by a Democratic machine, and they put forward regulations that we were prepared to protest. We were going to head to Cleveland. We were going to provide duct tape for thousands of demonstrators, put over our mouths to tell the world that our First Amendment rights were being abridged and that we were being gagged. So my hat is off to the Citizens for Trump. They did a phenomenal job teaming with the ACLU, going to federal court, winning a landmark victory, continuing to work with the city, who, of course, wants us to adhere to all kinds of union regulations and permitting. The good news is this rally will take place on the 18th. The time, I believe, is 7 p.m., I believe. Be there. This is going to be historic. Nothing less than epic.
That's amazing. And we're really looking forward to it. If you want to be a part of history, and I know that the groundswell that surrounds Donald Trump is really intense, and we all believe very strongly in this. So come out and support us if you can. If you can't, help support us in any way that you can. So one of the things that we're going to cover today is that Roger is a known fashion maven. He has always been a very natty, well-dressed man, and he's going to impart a lot of his knowledge and his wisdom to us throughout some of these questions. Why don't you tell us just really briefly about your website, your style website, and sort of your efforts in that universe?
Sure. I edit a website called Stone on Style. It's actually called Swank, Stone on Style, and it's non-political. Even if you're a liberal, even if you're a radical, even if you're a communist, you can still be well-dressed. And I am grateful to Infowars.com and to Alex Jones particularly, and to you, Buckley, for helping us put this together, because one does not have to be poorly dressed just because one is a conservative. Let me sum it up another way. Some people think that conservatives are not well dressed. Let me refute that in 2 words. Larry Kudlow, the best dressed conservative in America today. My guide is a little more practical. I want to talk about Cleveland, and I want to talk about August in Cleveland, which is going to be pretty steamy. So if you are a delegate or an alternate or a party functionary or even a party boss, you need to be thinking seersucker, silk, linen, fabrics that breathe, fabrics that were made for colonial postings in the British Empire. It is going to be very hot, and there are going to be a lot of hot tempers as well as hot rhetoric and hot people in Cleveland. So regardless of whether you are a demonstrator, and if you are, I urge you to come clad in tie-dye. Make sure you wear those Che Guevara T-shirts so you can celebrate a brutal, sadistic murderer. Don't bother bathing. There's no reason to bathe. And bring your sandals down. I'll autograph them after the rally. But if you're going there and you want to be comfortable, whether you're a cameraman, whether you're a journalist, you need to think about what you're going to wear, because what you wear is how you present yourself to people. Clothes do make the man. And I think that you want to put forward, your best image. Now, let's take my friend Alex Jones. Alex dresses well for him because he has a style. Well-cut sports jackets, a button-down white shirt. He's not a necktie type guy. Last week he was on InfoWars, had a tan from his vacation. A tan face, a white shirt, that equals confidence, one of Stone's key rules. You can always look well-dressed. It's not expensive if you give some thought to buying quality garments to begin with. Because a quality garment, whether it's from Brooks Brothers or J. Crew or any other J. Press, any other good purveyor of men's clothing, it may cost a few pennies more, but 10, 15 years from now, it'll still be serviceable if you take care of it. And quality standards never go out of style. So I urge those who are interested to go to Stone on Style. And I'm happy to take your questions here today. Now, every day I get the obvious questions. Mr. Stone, I'm going to a wedding in August. I'm wearing a gray suit. What color shoes should I wear? That kind of thing. But I'm open to any question here tonight. I just want to help the red-blooded men of America to put on their best face, put their best face forward, and whatever you are, be well clad.
Excellent. Well said. So let's go, without further ado, let's go to some of these questions that we have. The number one top question right now is, have you ever tried to get Donald to adopt a different hairstyle?
That would be hopeless, and I have never suggested. I think it speaks to the fact that Donald Trump is genuine. He's not a confection. He's not some blow-dried creation from Hollywood or from the New York Madison Avenue. He's genuine in everything he does. Now, he's a Brioni man. He has his suits custom made at Brioni. And for a tall man who's broad-shouldered and relatively narrow-waisted, it's a good look for him. And, of course, he is the father of the power tie, the red power tie from the 1980s. That is pure Donald Trump. He's the first guy who did it. So his style is all his own. I don't think you'll ever see him in a pair of shorts. Even when he is informally dressed, when he's casually dressed, that's still a high-quality button-down, some khakis, usually with a pleat. He dresses well even for golf. But the Donald style is all his own, and I would never presume to try to change it. It's the style that obviously the vast majority of Republican voters like.